talking about this. This is not, I mean, this is not, like you said, this isn't partisan here. Biden ordered the military to evacuate Bagram Air Force Base back in July. And here's the key, Corbin, without even notifying the base's new Afghan commander. He didn't know the Americans left until he showed up at the Air Force Base. And without Bagram Air Base, the 300,000 Afghan troops were completely defenseless, not to mention demoralized and feeling very, very betrayed. And so this was about as botched of a withdrawal that you could possibly have gotten. And it was botched when even Kamala is nowhere to be. This is one of the most opportunistic politicians in our lifetime. And she is nowhere. I think this is a new meter for us, a new metric, where just, when there's a really hot, awesome political trend, because Kamala will be right in the center of it. But you also know what is political poison when Kamala has nothing to do with it. She had nothing to do with any public appearance with Biden. She wanted not over this past week. And even when she's been in Taiwan now, when with the president there, prime minister, I forget which they have there, Lee is his last name. And she just completely avoided the question. She was very evasive. And even he had to admit, yes, this was not something the international community wanted to see. So, Corbin, I mean, when all's said and done, if you think it through, for 20 years, Afghanistan was a hedge against Russian influence in the Middle East, Iranian influence in the Middle East, Chinese influence in the Middle East, Pakistani influence in the Middle East. That hedge is gone. It's absolutely gone. Now, Pakistan, Hindu nationalist India, Orthodox Russia, Confucian revivalist China, and Shiite Iran can basically remake the map now in their own image, and that's what's going to happen. So this, I don't think we've even come close to coming to terms with the ramifications of what happened on August 15th.
I know it'd probably be hard for you to comment on this, but what was the Biden administration's justification for doing that?
What was it? I came across, it's actually my wife who came across the podcast. I think it was from the guys that are at National Review or Ricochet or one of those, who just came out and said, the only thing I can conclude is that just Biden doesn't care. We're all trying to find what's the motive? And he and his cabinet didn't care what would happen. They thought that public opinion had so turned on these endless wars, right? They notice it's Biden using that term all the time. And of course, he and Obama could have done this, right? Between 2008 and 2016, they had every opportunity to do exactly what he's talking about, but Obama did not. And so I just think in the end, they didn't think the consequences would be that horrible. And they didn't particularly care what happened. One person said it best. They do want these endless wars. The Democrats do, but now they want to fight it here at home. And so almost without clockwork, on cue, like clockwork, Stephen Colbert, the late night clown, who I've really grown to despise, Stephen Colbert, when all of this nonsense was happening, I think it was Monday night, said, why do we need to fight Taliban 10,000 miles away when we have them right here at home? And then he showed a picture of January 6th. Michael Moore said the same thing. You're seeing even now Biden officials saying the same thing, that, white supremacist, patriot, racist, Trump supporters are more of a threat to us than the Taliban. Why are we worried about them? Why aren't we? So they want to fight these endless wars, but they want to find them at home through something called resentment politics. And it's a way of separating the people, getting us to fight each other racially, ethnically, ideologically, whatever it is, getting us to fight each other so that whatever legitimate animosity and resentment should be projected towards them isn't. they're able to push all resentment away from themselves, keep us divided so that they can conquer. And that's what made Trump such a danger to them, because he turned resentment in on himself and he put it right back on the permanent political class. And that's why they thought they needed to take him out.
Folks, this is Book Talk with Corbin. I'm your host. I'm speaking with Dr. Steve Turley. Please read more of his articles, get more of his great analysis on situations, national situation, global issues at turleytalks.com. He's written over 20 books. I'm not going to list them off. I gotta get off. So go to that website, turleytalks.com. It is worth the trip. It's worth the effort. Please do it. Doctor, thank you so much for being on. Appreciate
Thank you.
And
thank you, Corey. I appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do.
Yes, sir. And I will be in touch, my brother.
Excellent.